Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Mills. On today's episode, I will be sharing my cheesy, ooey gooey goodness of a recipe for some yummy baked ziti. If you love Italian food and pastas, this is the episode for you. So let's go ahead and get started with the ingredients. You are going to need for your seasonings some dry oregano, dry parsley flakes, paprika, salt and pepper to taste. You are also going to need some pasta. I have some penne rigatoni here, but you're welcome to use virtually any type of pasta. Now, this is a very tomatoey based dish, so you're gonna need a ton of that. I have 2 cups of pasta sauce here. I used the ragu meat sauce brand, as well as some diced tomatoes and 4 whole tomatoes, which I will cut into small pieces for my sauce. This dish also calls for some fresh herbs. I have some oregano, basil, and parsley. Now, you're gonna need 1 whole onion, a cup of garlic, and a whole bell pepper. Now, you're also going to need some ground beef and some mild Italian sausage for your meat. For the cheese, you're going to need 1 container of ricotta cheese, and you're also going to need 2 bags of mozzarella cheese. Now, I have the Kraft brand here, but any brand works. Now, not pictured here because it is completely optional, but if you love variety and you love cheese like I do, you can also add some sharp cheddar cheese. Now, from time to time, I do add this. Again, it is completely optional. I typically sprinkle some at the very end once my baked ziti is in the oven. And that is really all you're gonna need. So let's go ahead and get started with step 1. All right, so step 1 is just boiling your water on medium-high, and then after about 10 minutes, adding your pasta. All right, y'all, if you haven't already, please get a food processor. Game changer. I have recently partnered up with Pampered Chef, and I will be dropping the link below to my online store where you guys can order this very same food processor or many other kitchen items that you might need for your kitchen. Check this out and many others. Now, when I say this is a game changer, it really is. Okay, at this point, we're gonna go ahead and check on our pasta. We wanna make sure we cook it al dente. So at this point, check to make sure it's good. All right, y'all, so step 2, we are gonna go ahead and add our oil to our saucepan and cook our onions until they are nice, golden, and caramelized. All right, y'all, at this point, you wanna go ahead and add your garlic. I have about half a cup here, and go ahead and mix. Now for step 3, we're gonna go ahead and add all of our veggies and seasonings. So I am going ahead and adding my fresh tomatoes in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and add my seasonings, which is dried oregano, dried parsley, some paprika, and cayenne pepper. Make sure to go ahead and mix your saucepan and make sure everything is evenly coated with all of the seasonings, the herbs, and all of the veggies. All right, at this point, you want to go ahead and add your salt and pepper to taste and go ahead and mix. All right, y'all, now the key is to cook your pasta al dente. Once it is done, you want to go ahead and put it on the strainer and set it to the side until we get back to it. All right, y'all, so step 4 is adding the rest of my ingredients in the saucepan. I'm going to go ahead and add my fresh basil, fresh parsley, fresh oregano, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix. At this point, I'm also gonna go ahead and add my diced canned tomatoes, as well as my bell peppers and my jalapeno peppers. How gorgeous does this look? As you can see, you see all the colors infused and the aroma, everything smells good, everything is mixing well. I am satisfied and I cannot wait to eat this. I'm gonna go ahead and also add my 2 cups of ragu tomato sauce and mix. All right, at this point, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and add my ground beef. Remember to go ahead and mix that all in and cook it very well. All right, guys, at this point, what you wanna go ahead and do is add your mild Italian sausage to your pan. Now, I typically add it to the saucepan as it is and then kind of use my wooden spoon to kind of beat on it and make sure that I condense it that way. If you wanna cut it prior to putting it in your saucepan, that's completely fine as well. All right, guys, the sauce is all done, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to step 5. All right, guys, at this point, we're gonna go ahead and move on to step 5, which is going ahead and adding your baked ziti, your sauce, your ricotta cheese, your mozzarella into a pan and getting it ready to go right in the oven. So on the first layer, we're gonna go ahead and add our penne rigatoni pasta and add some sauce on top and cover like so. Make sure to get a lot of sauce on there and evenly coat it. If you want, you can go ahead and also mix your pasta with your pasta sauce, or you can just leave it like so. At this point, you want to go ahead and add a dollop of ricotta cheese on top, like so. Next, you want to go ahead and sprinkle your mozzarella on top of your ricotta cheese, like so. Next, you want to add another layer of penne rigatoni pasta and then add your sauce on top, like so. All right, guys, at this point, we're going to go ahead and add some dollops of ricotta cheese again and then sprinkle your last layer of mozzarella. Make sure to be very generous with your mozzarella at this point and coat evenly. All right, guys, look at that. Now make sure to preheat your oven to 350 degrees and place your pan into the oven for 35 minutes. Now, once this goes in the oven and the cheese melts and bubbles, you will see why covering your entire pan with mozzarella is important. As you can see, I've taken the foil off just to show you what happens when the mozzarella melts. As you can see, that beautiful top layer of coating. Now, remember when I told you I like to add cheddar cheese? Well, this is the point where I go ahead and add my cheddar cheese. Now, I've also added some dry parsley seasoning on top just for some garnishings, and you see how beautiful that looks. All of the cheese is melted. The garnishings make it just kind of pop, and that looks really good. All right, guys, this is all done. And like I do on every episode, I am going to go ahead and show you how to present. Now, presentation is very important. So what I have is I have some extra sauce that I have left over, and I just kind of have it on a separate plate. I'm going to add my baked ziti on top of that sauce. Now, I also have some garlic bread. And voila, guys, look at that cheesy, hearty baked ziti. And oh yeah, that's a Mills 90s teeny. Make sure to watch episode 6, where I will be featuring 4 summer martinis, which I have curated based on sentimental and symbolic meanings in my life. And yummy, look at that, guys. Look how delicious this looks. And that's all, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out episode 6 for my drink recipes. And always make sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys back here next week on Mills Kitchen.